Breaking news in the NFL involving Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, who is now uncertain for Thursday's season opener against the Lions after he hyperextended his knee in practice today. Coach Andy Reid made that announcement moments ago. Kelce has not missed a game due to injury in a decade. He has been Patrick Mahomes' favorite weapon on offense his entire career, a Pro Bowler each of the past 8 seasons. Kelce uncertain for Thursday night football against the Detroit Lions. All right, let's bring in Brady Quinn. Obviously, the best tight end in the game. Many would argue the best tight end of all time, still on top of his game. Certainly hope he can make it back at some point soon, but if he can't play in this game, how does that change things?
Well, it's a big-time issue, obviously, as a quarterback when you've got your number one target, your security blanket is not out there with you, especially for those plays where you've got to create, you've got to buy some time, and one of the guys you're always going to look for is Travis Kelce. So Noah Gray, Blake Bell have to step up potentially into that position. If not, schematically, you might change some things that you're doing as far as who you're highlighting in certain situations, third down, red zone, or even just some shot plays and how you're going about getting the football to those players. So, look, it's late in the week at this point in time. You only got a couple of days until game time, so you're not going to make too many drastic changes offensively if you're Kansas City, or even defensively if you're Detroit. I mean, to be honest with you, you're probably looking situationally from Detroit's perspective and saying, okay, we don't know if he's going to play yet, but on third down, maybe we're not bracketing him or doubling him like we were planning to do, or even in the red zone. Maybe we're not doubling him or bracketing him and putting 2 guys on him like we thought we were going to do. So it's pretty late into it now to make too many big-time changes, but I would say personnel-wise, that's going to be the biggest thing, because they either feel comfortable about Noah Gray, Blake Bell being in that position and potentially being the number one read or number one in the progression for Patrick Mahomes, or they're going to adjust that personnel grouping to get someone else in that position.
And we don't know yet if he's going to be out for Thursday night football, if he's going to be out multiple weeks, but if he is, how is this different than last year when he lost Tyreek Hill and was still fine? Well,
Tyreek Hill was always the big-time playmaker. He was the guy that scared defenses. But the reality is Travis Kelce has kind of been the number one targeted guy. He's always been the guy that Patrick Mahomes would look to convert, move the sticks, and create some of those bigger plays. And I think as we've seen over the course of Patrick Mahomes' career, so many defenses are playing so soft and trying to give them so many things in front that's really allowed that chemistry, that relationship to continue to work with Travis Kelce instead of just taking away Tyreek Hill and allowing that one-on-one coverage. So it's a huge loss, and we should also point out the fact that they're also not going to have Chris Jones on defense. So if you're really looking at this roster and you said, hey, who are the top 3 players in Kansas City? Clearly Patrick Mahomes is one. But then after that, it's Chris Jones and Travis Kelce. And they could be without either in this matchup, which is going to be tough. This Detroit Lions team is on the cusp of maybe trying to take over now in the NFC North.
All right, Andy Reid just made the announcement earlier this afternoon that Travis Kelce hyperextended his knee in practice today. This is how he did it in Kansas City.
All right. As far as injuries go, Kelce hyperextended his knee today, so we'll just see how he does going forward. Good day of practice. Look forward to this challenge of playing the Lions. They got a good football team, and our guys have had a good week of prep, and we're looking forward, like I said, to the challenge of playing a good football team. So that time's yours.
Andy, is there any idea as to Kelce's status?
No. They're looking at it now. So I just see how it goes.
Yeah, it just happened early this afternoon in Kansas City, so they don't even know yet. The line opened originally Chiefs -7 at home against the Lions. You were just looking at how the line has moved just in the last hour or so. It went to 6.5 a few days ago, down to 6, and now some places down to 5.5 right now, so people are worried.
Yeah, and it's pretty incredible to think, too, a tight end could kind of move the line that much. Typically, you see more line movement when it comes to quarterback play, but again, we're talking about the best in the game right now, maybe one of the best ever, the best ever at the tight end spot in Travis Kelce. And look, there's still a lot we don't know. He hasn't missed time over the course of his career. We're talking about a hyperextension. So unless we know more about ligament damage and those sorts of things that you'd be concerned by, you're going to try to get some of the swelling down. You're going to try to get some of the pain away, from it. But he may very well still be able to play. It's still enough time out where you can do some things, just from a recovery standpoint to get him back ready to go play in this one.
Still a little bit more than 48 hours before that game starts. But again, it is a Thursday night game. Doesn't have until Sunday or Monday to recoup. Thursday night, the Chiefs open up against the Lions. Travis Kelce's status uncertain.